Welcome to One-on-One with Expert Flyer, where we bring you the inside scoop from travel industry experts and innovators. I'm your host, Lisa Caslin, and we have Matt Kepnes, Nomadic Matt, with us today, who's going to talk about his new book. It's sort of a new book, old book. It's a new spin on his bestseller, How to Travel the World on $50 a Day. Welcome, Matt. Good to see you.
Good to see you again too, Lisa.
So tell us a little bit about the book for those of us who may not have had a chance to read the first one and now the second one. Talk a little bit about the inspiration and what you're doing these days.
Yeah, the book How to Travel the World on $50 a Day is a step-by-step planning guide for people who want to go away, whether long-term or short-term. It deals with what do you do before you go away, how do you save money while you're away, and destination-specific advice. If you're a long-term traveler, you can dollar cost average down, but a lot of the advice in the book is applicable to everybody. Once we all get to Sydney, we all have to face the same costs. So, the impetus behind the book was really a lot of people were asking me how do they travel the world too, and so I said, okay, I'll write a book about it.
Let's go. Well, I know, one of your main tenets is travel better, cheaper, longer, and you really believe that the secret to traveling less expensively is to travel like a local, and it really does make a lot of sense. It makes sense, but at the same time, it sounds easier to say than do. How do you actually put yourself into an environment that you're not familiar with and then sort of act like a local, particularly when you don't really know the culture?
Yeah, I hate that phrase in some ways. I prefer to say travel how locals live, right? Because you want to go to the markets, you want to get off the beaten path, and it's never been really easier to do that because now there's so much information available online, and you can access what is called the sharing economy and connect with locals so much easier. You can really get access to information about what supermarket is cheaper, what market is better than another market, what are cool things to do, what are free things to do that you couldn't really be able to do before. So it's it's not about living like a local. If you want to live like a local, get a job and move there. But if you want to travel kind of how they live, you tap into that local knowledge and figure out how to get the deals, because people in the destinations you are going to aren't spending hundreds of dollars a day. Neither do you.
Okay, so now skip back a minute to your popular website blog, Nomadic Mike. How many years? Nomadic Matt. How many years were you doing that before you decided to kind of put all of this knowledge into one book?
Yeah, I started the website in April 2008, and I probably created this ebook in 2010, and then Penguin picked it up in 2012 for publication in 2013, and now we have the second edition.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. So you broke up the book into sort of like these three sections, right? So planning the trip, once you're kind of there, and then you talk about specific regions.
Yeah.
If you were to, not to go through every single minute detail of planning the trip, but I think particularly a bigger trip, what do you think are maybe like the top three things that make the biggest difference in the planning stages in terms of making it not only an inexpensive proposition but still comfortable?
Yeah, I think being flexible is good. If you can be flexible with time and destination, you're going to find great travel deals. But if you can't be flexible with both, it's best to be flexible with one of them, right? If you're set on Paris, be flexible when you go to Paris. If you have to go in January, be flexible where you go in January. Travel credit cards, when used properly, you can get tons of points and miles, and that can be a real boon to lower the cost of accommodation as well as the flights. And just well, let's see, those two right there.
Yeah.
And I would say the biggest thing is just planning well. not planning your day-to-day activities, but just research it well enough so you can get an idea of what the deals are, what the costs are, what are you getting yourself into. Because if you just plop down in Scotland, you know nothing about Scotland, chances are you're going to overpay for a lot of things because you're not going to know what is expensive and what is budget. And you can find a lot of cost information online now, especially through tourism board websites that you couldn't a few years ago.
That's a good tip. Speaking of the credit cards, I know that that's a question that is frequently asked. So what are your, one or two favorite credit cards and why those?
I really, as a general credit card, I like the Chase Sapphire card. No overseas transaction fees, 2 points on food and gas and such. I like the Starwood card, the Amex Starwood, because you can transfer points to airlines, and they're actually Starwood points are actually worth something, whereas Hilton or Marriott are just so devalued that it takes a billion years to get something good.
Yeah, we spoke to Jason Steele. He's sort of a travel and credit card guru, and he talked highly about the Starwood card too. So just, obviously people who are interested in Expert Flyer want to know about, getting the best, cheapest deal on flights and such. So talk just for a minute or two about that. What's your trick of the trade there?
If there was a super duper, telltale trick,
right?
Whoever knew that trick would be a billionaire. There's no secret. Airlines are crazy with pricing and how they do things, and they make no sense. They're run by lunatics. But
we'll be cutting that out.
But I think the best thing people can do is constantly looking for deals through websites like the Flight Deal, Holiday Pirates, Expert Flyer, seeing what's going on, and just be constantly monitoring for prices.
Yeah.
I also think you start looking 3 to 4 months in advance, because that's when the airlines usually are plopping in the best price.
Yeah, that's a good tip. I think it's just sort of like losing weight. People keep asking the same question. They don't want to hear what the real answer is, which you have to do some work,
Yeah, there's no magic bullet for finding a cheap flight.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about some destinations. If memory serves me, I think you're a big Thailand guy. You sort of like, Southeast Asia, right, area. I want to talk about Cuba in a second, but I want to hear, sort of what's exciting to you right now. Are you still into that part of the world? Where do you think do the best deals still reside there, basically?
I mean, I'll always be excited about that part of the world, and I still think it is one of the most valued destinations out there. Central America is really good. Eastern Europe is good. Peru and Bolivia are also really good for not flight deals, just general budget travel. But one of the best bang for your buck destinations, regions of the world, is still Southeast Asia.
Yeah. So there's a lot of buzz going around now about Cuba. What are your thoughts about that as a burgeoning trend here in the U.S. in terms of travel?
Yeah, I think once the U.S. figures out what the actual new travel rules will be, I think a lot of people are going to head down there really quickly.
Have you been there yet?
I have not, no.
Any desire?
Oh yeah, strong desire to go. It's just, I'm always, I decide to go one place and then I change my mind last minute and end up somewhere else. So I will get there. I will get there.
Good. All right. So is there anything else that you think our viewers should know, aside from they need to buy your book? Is there any other tips or secrets that you want to share today?
Yeah, I think it's important to, in many ways, be a contrarian traveler. Travel in the shoulder seasons, you get better weather and better prices. Try to get off the beaten path in terms of, if the hot new destination is, say, Nicaragua, right? Maybe don't go to Nicaragua. Go somewhere close by, like Guatemala or El Salvador. Instead of going to Paris, head to Bulgaria or the Balkans.
Yeah.
Being a contrarian traveler is really good. You get better deals. the more flexible you can be, the easier it is to get deals. And use what the information out there, the new services like the sharing economy websites, Airbnb, Eat With, Viable, blah blah car. All these services really allow you to break out of the hotel tour operator Expedia one-click model and save lots of money.
Yeah, I agree. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time. This is awesome as always. And may you have a great trip wherever you're going next.